Yo, ever drop six figures on a ride and end up with a six-figure headache? Let's talk about the 2025 luxury sedans that promise the world but deliver stress. From tech meltdowns to reliability nightmares, these rides prove that a big badge doesn't always mean big quality. Buckle up, cartoons fam. This list might just save your wallet, your sanity, and your time at the repair shop. Cadillac came for the crown worn by BMW and Audi, but the CT5 still feels like it's punching above its weight. Under the hood you've got two options, a 2.0-liter turbo inline, 4 pushing 237 horsepower, and a 3.0-liter twin-turbo V6 that kicks up to 360 horsepower in the CT5V. On paper, looks great. In real life, it's a different story. Acceleration times are decent, but not thrilling, especially compared to M or AMG models. And for those expecting a cushy rear seat experience, prepare for disappointment. Rear legroom and ingress are tight, fuel economy is average, and the much-hyped Bose system lacks clarity and bass. JD Power owner feedback calls out the uncomfortable rear and a sense of mediocrity overall. Cadillac might be aiming high, but the CT5 lands mid-pack, especially when rivals offer more precision, comfort, and brand prestige at similar prices. Jaguar once stood as a symbol of refined power. The 2025 XFF continues to flaunt its graceful design, but performance and tech are now falling behind. With a 246 horsepower base engine and a 296 horsepower upgrade, it doesn't exactly pounce, more like purrs on low volume. The cabins whisper quiet, sure, but that silence often gets interrupted by electronic glitches. The Pivi Pro system is sleek looking, but has been plagued by malfunctions, TPMS faults, USB port failures, and inconsistent system restarts. RepairPal ranks it near the bottom of luxury sedans for dependability. Plus, the depreciation curve hits hard. The XF may still turn heads, but if you plan to keep it past the warranty, you might want to budget for frustration. Tesla revolutionized EVs, and the Model S Plaid proves they still lead the speed race. 1.99 seconds 0 to 60 is basically jet launch territory. But that speed is often accompanied by build flaws. Owners frequently report misaligned panels, loose trim, rattling interiors, and shockingly, mechanical issues just days after delivery. One owner said their Plaid broke down twice in 3 days. And the famed autopilot? Still requires you to jiggle the wheel constantly. Reports also show actual range being closer to 300 miles than the EPA-rated 348. Add slow service centers and limited physical support, and your high-tech dream becomes a logistical headache. At this price point, you expect more than just hype. You want execution, and in 2025, the Model S is still missing that final polish. With Porsche's DNA and up to 750 horsepower in Turbo S form, the Taycan is a performance masterpiece, on the road. But inside, it's often a digital disaster. Multiple owners have reported software malfunctions that knock out key functions, from climate control to infotainment. One driver needed a full battery module replaced in under 5,000 miles. And despite the car's premium price, Porsche dealers are often left guessing about fixes, lacking EV-specific expertise. Add in a somewhat limited range and slower charging times compared to rivals like Lucid, and the Taycan becomes a cautionary tale. Amazing driver's car, frustrating daily driver. Volvo's flagship sedan radiates Nordic elegance. It's understated, smart, and loaded with safety features. But beneath that cool surface lies a car with quirks. The T8 plug-in hybrid system delivers a healthy 455 horsepower, but software recalls related to the engine control module can cause serious drivability issues, including no-start conditions. The Google-based infotainment has a clean look, but struggles with responsiveness, freezing mid-drive and sometimes failing to load key apps. Add in lackluster resale value and a confusing tech suite, and the S90 becomes a tough sell in a field with sharper rivals like the Genesis G90, which offers better tech, fewer headaches, and a much stronger warranty. Lucid's Air looks like it belongs in a sci-fi flick, and with up to 1,234 horsepower and 520 miles of claimed range, it sounds like the future. But many owners report it's more like a beta product. Door panels that don't align, infotainment lags, weird electrical gremlins, and inconsistent software updates only make things worse. One owner had 14 service visits in just 3 months, with multiple missed diagnostics and long repair delays. Despite the advanced tech like the 34-inch curved OLED screen and DreamDrive ADAS system, early buyers have become unofficial quality testers. It's a Silicon Valley startup in a leather-wrapped package, ambitious but not quite ready for prime time. The A4 has long been a go-to for entry-level luxury, but in 2025 it's starting to show its age. The 2.0-liter Turbo 4 gets the job done with 201 to 261 horsepower depending on trim, and the Quattro system still delivers great road grip. But the rest of the car is coasting. The MMI system is falling behind newer interfaces, trunk space is tight at 12 cubic feet, and the cabin design is losing its modern edge. Reliability is average but not class-leading, and resale lags behind Lexus or BMW. It's a safe bet, but in a world of bold innovations, the A4 plays it a bit too safe to justify the price tag. Infiniti's Q60. Red Sport 400 sounds exciting on the surface. 400 horsepower, sleek styling, and a rear-biased AWD system. But inside, you're getting dual 8-inch screens that feel ancient, a back seat that could double as a storage shelf, and outdated safety tech. It's also plagued with software glitches and a ride that bounces over rough pavement. Build quality doesn't match the price, and standard features lag far behind competitors. With the segment offering more refined options from Lexus and BMW, the Q60 feels like a relic from a forgotten era trying to survive on speed alone. The Acura TLX tried to claw back relevance with the Type S model, boasting 355 horsepower and SH odd. But 2025 brought no updates, and the true touchpad interface still frustrates drivers. The interior uses hard plastics in places rivals are using soft leather, and headroom is compromised by the sloping roofline. Owners often say it drives nicely, but when your infotainment feels like a chore and basic cabin space feels cramped, the driving joy fades fast. Meanwhile, the Genesis G70 and even a loaded Kia Stinger offer more comfort, better interfaces, and higher perceived quality. Mercedes calls the S-Class their flagship, but 2025's S580 has been plagued by frustrating reliability. The 4.0L twin-turbo V8 delivers buttery power, and the cabin looks like a tech showcase with 3D gauges, a giant OLED display, and a Burmester audio system. But all that tech comes with a price, not just the six-figure sticker but time and sanity. Multiple reports highlight phantom braking, random shutdowns of safety systems, and infotainment freezes. One long-term owner shared that their S580 had over a dozen unscheduled service visits in the first year alone. Even worse, Mercedes service techs reportedly called it one of the worst-run batches they'd seen. For that kind of cash, owners are demanding more, and right now, they're looking to the BMW 7 Series instead. Cartoons fam, here's the moral of the story. A luxury badge doesn't guarantee a luxury experience. From unreliable software to sketchy service, even the most prestigious names can let you down. If this list helped you steer clear of a six-figure mistake, hit that like button, subscribe for more real auto reviews, and don't forget to ring that bell. We've got more heat dropping soon. Until next time, stay sharp, stay savvy, and keep your ride clean.